Hello everyone, this is Nenad, also known as Tarantula or NKT, and these are Camarilla Megri tips and tricks for high volatility trading. Before I start, I just want to show you my trading performance, guys. This is my trading performance from December 2018, and you can see it here clearly that my account has been in a huge profit since the March 2018, thanks to my also great trading methods Camarilla MACD Core, Camarilla MACD Sit, and lately Camarilla MACD EA, the perfect tool for volatility trading. You can see the account curve, and you can see the profit in March, 26.08%, guys. This is something that traders are not able to make during their whole trading year. So we made in March, and my profit is very close to 1,000. I'm going to aim, guys, for 1,000% of profit before I withdraw some of the money here. So basically, this is my quest, and my trading performance speaks for itself. I always say seeing is believing. And now I will give you some tips to follow through this beautiful Forex market and high volatility trading. So remember, guys, Forex is not stock market. Stock markets are very unpredictable, and especially if you trade individual stocks. Forex market is the best market for making money and pips in the world, and it has been and it will be, guys. Here, this is the first tip: follow the trend. My Camarilla MACD EA is purely trend following method. It has a lot of variables, and I don't know which method you trade, but now is the time to follow the trend. Because of big swings, which represent the overall market volatility, we can estimate that every time you make a trade, you can finish up with huge profits. My aim is to make now 100 pips per day, and most of the time I've been successful by making in between 50 and 100 pips per day for the last 40 weeks of trading high volatility. We have our own indicator, which is called ATR indicator, and the ATR indicator is the best possible tool for determining market volatility. So the second tip is follow the ATR. The last 5 days on the euro dollar has been very volatile, 230 pips, and Friday closed for 193 pips. So you see, volatility is present. As long as the ATR for the last 5 days is above 80, it's volatile. Above 100, very volatile. Above 150, extremely volatile. Everything above 200, guys, is very extremely volatile markets, and we have this currently, so we are able to make profits. This is what I like to trade, and this is what I like to see. So the second tip is follow, of course, always the ATR. ATR projections are one of the best projections for making pips and placing stop loss and targets. We always have the projected high, projected low, and in between we have middle pivot point and different pivot points. This is what I also use in my trading. The next tip is, guys, don't focus now on 4-hour trading. 4-hour trading can be good, and my Camarilla MACD core is able to capture movement. But believe me, guys, lower time frames because of high volatility are winners now, especially 1-hour time frame by my Camarilla MACD EA. So 4-hour trading for me is a no now, and this is something that I do, that I follow for the last 4 weeks. So I've been trading on 1-hour time frame, mostly my Camarilla MACD EA method. Next tip, guys, is reduce the risk. This is extremely important, guys. Reduce the risk, okay? So the first thing is that you reduce the risk wherever you trade. For example, reduce the risk in if you trade gold. Sometimes your stop loss is 200 pips. We have the perfect script for money management. It's called money management calculator. Let's say, for example, that you want to trade euro dollar. This is a must for every serious trader. Guys, this is holy grail risk trading, okay? So here you put just percent of risk that you want to trade. My recommendation, first trade should always start between 0.1 and 0.5% of risk. So let's say you want to make 0.3% of risk and you have 50 pips stop loss. For this account that is almost it's $91,581. So correctly, lot size is 0.55 lots. The bigger the stop loss is, okay, the lower your lot size will be. Guys, believe me, this is the holy grail of money management, and I always say follow me on my FX book and you will see my trading performance. I'm going to make 1000% of profit. This is my goal for a year and maybe 4 months now of trading. I'm currently at 800 and more percent of profits. You can always see that on my FX book. So follow these tips, guys. It's extremely important. Money management. So the first tip, follow the trend. The next tip is follow the ATR. Then the third tip, don't go on 4-hour trading, trade lower time frames. And fourth tip, very this is the maybe the most important out of all these important tips. Trade with low risk. Let's say that you lose, let's say 50 pips with 0.5% of risk. Next time you trade, you go with 1% of risk, and you only need roughly 25 pips to cover for the loss. This is why I've been trading with low risk, let's say 0.1, 0.3%. So because my method is in between 80 and sometimes 90% accurate, guys, I've been able to capture so many profits during these last 4 weeks and during the whole 2019 and volatile 2020. So these are trading tips. Follow them, guys, and follow our elitecurrency.com and stay on the profitable side of trading. Talk to you soon, and cheers and trade safe.